How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to King Schmuck's Drama of the Week. This is episode 7, and as always, we will be covering a bunch of drama and providing you guys with a top list of the juiciest drama this week. And let me tell you guys, it is betrayal and drama season. My Discord has been popping off with a bunch of new segments, and even though the past 2 weeks it's been fairly quiet, but a bunch of KVKs have just recently finished their King's Lands, and a bunch of betrayals started popping up one day after the other. I won't be just covering betrayals in this segment, there'll be some spicy events that occurred and made it into this week's drama video. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and if you haven't already joined my community, feel free to join my Discord below, and like always, like and subscribe to support my work and allow me to continue with the consistent uploads. Starting off with our first segment, we have a king from my former kingdom who ended up getting zeroed for breaking a peace treaty with a player named Enma from his own kingdom. Now here's the context. Enma and the king didn't really get along, but they still managed to reach a mutual agreement. Basically, Enma would be given a vacation pass so he can peacefully collect credits for his passports and eventually migrate out. But a few days later, the king randomly broke that agreement and launched a surprise attack on Enma during his downtime, trying to zero his city whilst he was inactive. To the king's surprise though, Enma woke up just in time, saved his city and used the bubble. He also waited a few hours, and when he logged back in, the king's city was still sitting idly next to him, completely exposed with a Alex Leoche garrison. So Enma did what anyone would do and completely zeroed the king. I actually reached out to Enma to get the full story, and here are some of the voice notes and screenshots that he sent me.
Bro, these flipping nerds try rallying me at 7 a.m, bro, when I was sleeping. I just hear my phone going off, ding, 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 ding. But my rally smoked them, bro. Wallahi, bro, my Jan Ziska and my Nevsky smoked them. They couldn't zero me, bro. So I woke up and put a peace shield on, went back to sleep, woke up, found her still next to my city, bro. I smoked her. Bro, I was hoping to catch more of them slipping, bro, but they all TP'd out. Only she stayed there, bro, and went to sleep. What an idiot, bro. She got zeroed. How can their king get zeroed, bro? Like, look, bro, last week we had an agreement, bro. You with me? They gave me the vacation pass, bro. I told them, give me 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks here. I'm either going to get the passports off the shop or I'm going to farm the credits. Them lot tried zero me this morning, bruv. They went against their words. Well, that's what happens. Your king gets zeroed.
Wow, that is crazy and funny at the same time. I did tell him to ask them why they breached the agreement and why they tried to kill him. And the excuse provided was that it was a mistake and that they thought that his time was up. But I still find it a little bit fishy that they tried to zero him during kill event on that Friday morning. Nonetheless, we'll give the king the benefit of the doubt because it could have been an unintentional mistake. And that is it for this segment. We're going to roll over to the next one. Now, in this next segment, it stirred up some targeted hate towards me. That's right, you heard it. Just for covering this drama, a few people are now threatening to expose me and saying that I'm lying and only telling one side of the story. But before we dive into why these guys are so mad at me, I want to just take 30 seconds to tell you guys about a major restart that is coming up. On the 20th of April, Project Eternal Rising is officially launching, one of the biggest restarts in the game, and these guys are not new to this. They've run restarts before and they know what they're doing. They've also kindly sponsored this video, so do show them some love if you are planning to do a restart, and they are currently sitting at 2,000 members and only growing. If you're interested in being part of something big from day one, check them out using the Discord below and let them know that you've come from the one and only King Schmuck. Anyways, back to the second drama segment, and at this point I've got a target on my back and people are still questioning my credibility. All because I decided to cover this situation and this betrayal. A few days ago I streamed a KVK 3 double betrayal where I broke down the evidences that have been shared with me, and I even offered both sides to hop on a voice call so we can talk about it and clear the air. And I really just wanted to get to the bottom of what really happened. This isn't new for me. This is something that I always try to do before featuring any betrayal on my Drama of the Week series. I like to bring ex-allies together and give both sides a chance to speak and a platform to try to understand the full story before making anything public. Unfortunately, despite multiple requests, the side accused of betraying never joined the call or even provided their side through in-game chat. I personally messaged their Diplos and their Kings, and the only thing that I was told was, there's a hidden screenshot that explains everything. Yeah, no, I don't work with hidden screenshots. That's just an open door for anyone to make things up, and claim that there's secret proof. If you can't show it, it doesn't count. I did ask for the secret screenshot multiple times and I was given blank as the answer. Even though I reached out multiple times, they are now claiming that I never did. So I went one step further. I even contacted the guy who made that claim directly, just to make sure that I was doing everything that I could to give them a fair platform. And guess what? Even he couldn't explain the betrayal. At this point, I feel like I've done my part, so here's why I believe Kingdom 3557 was just looking for any excuse to backstab their allies. After going through loads of diplomacy screenshots that you guys can also find in my Discord, it became very obvious. Their warlord was simply offended that the allies were asking for a fair share of rewards, and he believed that his kingdom deserved more, just because they were stronger. Even though the allies agreed to 3357's demands, they still went ahead and betrayed them. Why? Pure ego. They couldn't stand the idea of a weaker ally even suggesting, not demanding, that rewards should be shared equally for the sake of the KVK. That tension only got worse. One flag placement was all it took for 3557 to threaten with more demands. They told their allies to remove the flags that weren't even close to them, and the allies still complied. But that wasn't enough. Just the fact that the flag existed wasn't enough. 3557 went ahead and burned their allies anyway and turned this KVK into a 2v5. A very sad situation indeed, because they actually won a 2v5 by betraying their allies, and their excuse so far has been, there's a hidden screenshot that justifies why we betray our allies, or that their allies betrayed in the past, so now we are betraying them. Which, to be honest, is quite a pointless claim, because it is KVK 3. You get to choose who your allies are. And if you get to choose who your allies are despite knowing that they betrayed in the past, then why ally with them at all, just to betray them later on? It just doesn't make any sense. To conclude, yes, 3557 betrayed their allies and got their KVK 3 win, and so did 3556, which is the opposite side. They betrayed their allies to support 3557's cause and commit the 2v5 KVK. And finally, for the last segment, we have a triple feature. Yes, Blackjack is back on the channel. I've already made 2 videos about this guy in the past, harassing players non-stop, creating new accounts, and blocking people from getting passports if they even think about leaving his kingdom. To put it quite simply, if you ever try to migrate out of Blackjack's kingdom, he will harass you relentlessly. He's honestly a menace to the Rise of Kingdoms community, and I'm still shocked that he hasn't been permanently banned or permanently muted yet. Surely Lilith has a way to track all the IP addresses behind all of these alt accounts that he's using. VIP Support has confirmed that his main account was banned just for 1 day because they confirmed that he was the one that's repeatedly harassing the female player that left his kingdom. And here we go again, this time he's been caught repeatedly insulting her, creating 7 farm accounts just to spam her with emails filled with harassment, bullying and personal attacks, even targeting her partner. I mean, how many times will I have to feature this guy before something permanently happens? I honestly don't know what to do at this point. I guess I just have to give out a warning to all the players to stay away from this guy if you want to avoid the harassment. Anyways, that wraps up the last segment. I was planning to cover the 3274 Daybreak versus Earthcap Betrayal, but I'm still waiting on a few confirmations before I release that one. If you are interested though, we did stream the whole situation live and all the evidences are already available in the Discord. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you guys on the next drama of the week.